Good evening all, this is Rolling Swarm and we are back in the 2 versus 2 Elite League tournament. This is the 6th season, the 6th edition. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties with the room. One of the players this evening, for whatever reason, not able to join the room with their main account. So we're just now waiting for Mr. Turk from the FBI clan to get everything fixed, and it looks like the stream is doing good. And let's just see, chatting on the stream as well. Stream's working well. Music is no copyright sounds. Big shout out to them for the free copyright free music. The link and the accreditation is in the video description below, as is the link to my Discord channel, Patreon page, yada yada yada. So this is the 6th season, 2 versus 2. We're at the top 4. So we'll see both semi-finals, best of 3, the playoff for the 3rd place match, best of 3, and then the grand finals, which will be a best of 5. So lots of great content coming up this evening. Still looking for the room. Ah, we've been invited. Fantastic. We're in. We're ready. We're even going to get the camera in the right place for the battles, so we don't forget that. Everything going A-OK. Hope you guys are having a nice evening. Almost the end of the week. Thursday evening. Lots of good stuff coming up this weekend. So, yeah. We're in. Awesome. So this is the first... sorry. The first semi-final Ali Mossa 2017 and Massive H1Z1 and Unicums teaming up. Red team Northspawn, they're going head to head against Vedator, IS4 and Grumbly, WZ113. Blue team Southsawn, it's double IS4 versus an IS4 and a WZ113. We're back to the IS4 meta of the 2 versus 2 format. We've explored this extensively, I would say, and it is very much agreed now that it is very much agreed that the IS4 is the go-to tank, the one to beat, shall we say. Grumbly in the WZ113 using his speed, nice early push against Ali Mossa and Massive. Although the IS4 is working in close unison, they could outtrade him. Vedator's gone up to join him. Mossa misses a shot. Massive connects. Grumbly taking the first bit of damage on the scoreboard. Let's get the free cam a little bit slower here so we can gently soar over the action. It is a head-to-head brawl. No funny business. No shenanigans. The team's going toe-to-toe over B. Vedator and Grumbly looking for shots in against Ali Mossa. Lots of bounces coming in there. Ali Mossa and Massive with a slight hit point advantage. Nice HE shell connection by Massive into Grumbly. Grumbly looking a little bit worse for wear, but still with 1500 hit points in the tank. It's not so bad for him. Massive bounces Grumbly again. The WZ113 really not in its element on this map, on this position. Kudos to Grumbly and Vedator for not taking double IS4, but a deviation from the well-established meta will be telling in this encounter over the B cap. Let's see here, try and get zoomed out. It's a very static game at the moment, and we've got Fake Shocky Specialist, Musa, the Bear Nose, Mike's Vienna. Lots of great people in the chat this evening. Hope that you are enjoying the 2 versus 2 format as much as I am. And that is the first real bit of damage. Oh no, actually the second bit of damage, apologies. Massive and Ali Mossa now both bleeding a bit of hit points. Hit points neck and neck. Grumbly is still the low one on the field. Vedator, a little bit of HE damage chipping away at him. And I think actually both teams here will be looking to exploit their HE shells early on, try and carve out a bit of a lead. And there we go, Ali Mossa takes an HE round from Vedator. Red team with a fractional advantage, just under 100 HP advantage over the blue team. Grumbly and Vedator, well, both teams here knowing that they can't really pull back in a way. If they do, they're going to be exposing themselves. And Massive and Alimosa are making the push. They're going for Grumbly. Grumbly gets a bounce. Can he bounce Alimosa? He goes into Massive. Massive is the call. Grumbly has done a great job there of bouncing shots. Gets good ram damage. Massive misses. Alimosa will get one in. Vedator and Grumbly into Massive. Now it is, if Grumbly can stay alive, I don't know if he can. Alimosa to finish off Grumbly. Vedator bounces Massive. Oh, this is swung in the favor of the red team very decisively. Now Alimosa needs to shield Massive. Massive gets a nice nice shot in. Grumbly lamenting the poor choice of tank. Vedator and Alimosa going head to head. Alimosa bounces. We're stuck on a hill. Vedator's looking for the shot. Connects. Vedator leading Alimosa by a fraction. Can he bounce the next shot? He can. That could be key if he gets the next one in. He does. Spamming that heat relentlessly, remorselessly. Vedator looking for the next shot. Doesn't get the bounce on that one, but does connect Alimosa down to a one shot. A generous one shot, 4-5-2. Vedator bounces again. Does he have another heat round? No, he bounces. Oh, this IS-4 face-hugging action. This is close. Alimosa equalizing the field somewhat. Gets another bounce. Has Vedator run out of heat shells? Alimosa's doing a really good job to pull this one back. If he gets another shot in, he does. Vedator absolutely must connect this one. He does. Oh, Alimosa's 29. That is a pretty average HE roll. Oh my god. HE from Vedator. Vedator takes it. The blue team with 250 hit points left on the table. Oh, it'd been disconnected from the server. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Well, the internet's still good. I don't know. That is... Bear with me briefly for a tiny intermission while we try and fix World of Tanks Blitz. So we're just trying to boot the game back up. The internet connection is held. Everything's okay from our end. Maybe it's an update. Who knows? We're connecting. This is exciting. We've got the be right back screen on as well. The server is busy. We're pending server connection. Let me hit up Turk. I'm just hitting up Turk now. Seeing what's happening. We'll try and connect using Facebook. It's exciting times. No. Interestingly, we're out. We can't connect. Well, that's a new one. Let me see. Oh, you have to excuse me and Wargaming for this one. Well, I'm just emailing, well, hitting up some other players on Discord to see if it is just me. Wonderful. Just wonderful. We're going to try and reset the password. I'll leave you with the music playing in the background. Hang in there for a few minutes. We're going to try and fix this as quickly as we can. Good news, we're back in. Good lord. If that wasn't just mildly stressful. It was mildly stressful. I can turn the music down. Apologies. That was half Wargaming's end, half my end, it seems. Let's see. We're in and ready. Okay. We're good. We're back in. The camera's in the right place. Thank you for bearing with us. If you did bear with us, indeed. If you if you went away and came back again, shame on you. Speaking of shame on you. I hope everyone is as excited for the new Game of Thrones series as I am. That is going to be an absolute cracker coming up soon, unrelated to Blitz. But it seems like I wasn't the only person to be having the issues. So maybe there was indeed a server-side issue, and then for whatever reason I was not able to log back in, but we are back. We've recovered. Would you believe it? That is good. So, I can just reading the chat now. Yes, it seems that update 5.9 is just a tiny bit buggy. Just a tiny bit buggy. But that's fun. You know, it's fun. I get to kind of work around it. So we're just waiting now for the other PC players. I think maybe it's an issue that's only affecting PC players. So we're waiting for Ali Mossa and his teammate to rock back up. I'll take this opportunity to have a beverage. So it's 1-0 at the moment to win against us and get banned. That's Grumbly and Vedator versus Ready to Win. That's Ali Mossa and Massive. So Ready to Win, currently a point down, match point over to win against us and get banned. Obviously it's a best of 3. First team to good lord. First team to 2 wins takes it. Good lord, making that a bit of a mouthful. And now we're still waiting for Massive. Well, let's just see. Massive. I can sympathize, empathize, whatever the word is. I can definitely relate. And it seems, and Massive is here. Okay, we're good. We're all in. Everybody in the house. Grumbly back in the WZ113, sticking with that odd duck of a tank, the Chinese heavy, and we are on to Vineyards. Red team, South Spawn, Ali Mossa 2017, Massive versus Vedator and Grumbly. Blue team, North Spawn. That's my dead Leopard 1 there. And it's gone. And the free cam is nice and elevated early on. Ali Mossa, Massive. Advancing in unison. They'll be looking to make their way slowly. Massive in the pumpkin camouflage. Ali Mossa in the rankings camouflage. Ali Mossa going, actually, no, a little bit of a split here. It looks like Massive will be pushing in to be Ali Mossa, going for a nice spotting position. Grumbly is super fast, WZ113. Blues will get a nice early cap on A. However, there is some distance between them and C if Ali Mossa's not careful. Oh, but he'll get a good shot into Grumbly. Oh, he fluffs it. Grumbly, now they know where Ali Mossa is. That was a brilliant opportunity for the Ali Mossa IS-4 to connect. Fires one again, not able to find its mark. And it looks like Massive and Ali Mossa are on the back foot here. Bit of HE fire being traded. It seems to be a go-to stratagem, actually, for the heavy tanks in the 2 versus 2 format. Ali Mossa. Vedator goes over the head of Ali Mossa. Ali Mossa hits the ground. A nice bit of fire there, but Grumbly takes a big hit from Massive. Massive firing through the soft cover into the WZ113. Grumbly is still a bit exposed, actually. Teed up for another shot if Massive plays a bit more aggressively. And it's a good, almost 2-shot advantage to the red team here. Let's see. Massive working his way backward from the house. Ali Mossa playing the midline. Still, the Blues are about 30 points ahead. They don't need to peak. All they need to do is hold A and stop C from going neutral, of course. As soon as Ali Mossa or Massive make a move for C, they will be telegraphing to the Blues that A is, well, B is open for business. And that a push is possible, and that looks to be what they're doing. Ali Mossa This is a risky moment. It looks like actually they're going to send no Massive. They're both here. Ali Mossa spotted, Vedator unspotted. The soft cover, look at that advantage the soft cover's providing. Vedator able to operate as a free agent there. No danger really of being spotted. Now it's Massive. Massive will be putting pressure on Vedator. Grumbly needs to make sure that he doesn't get too... Oh, there's a football. Grumbly needs to make sure that he doesn't get too far separated from his teammate. We're not muted, thank God for that. That would have been horribly embarrassing. Vedator not proxy spotting Massive. Ali Mossa and Massive. Nice tight formation here. The IS4s side by side. Sneaking up. That's the proxy spot. Vedator doesn't have the angle on Massive. Massive takes a pot shot. Doesn't connect. Ali Mossa's there. Grumbly has responded. Pings holding frames per second are good. And let's see, Ali Mossa and Massive, how are the red team going to do this? Red team ready to win. It's a bit of a tough one for them. Ali Mossa's potentially got a shot here on Vedator. No, he doesn't. Grumbly playing that left flank. He'll be a bit of a danger element for them to consider. If they push up too aggressively on Vedator, they'll open up the flank for Grumbly. Although he's playing a bit loose here. And actually, this is a nice position for the red team, because if they let the cap points bleed down, all they need to do is push up and get a stop on A. And as long as neither of them die, they will push the cap points back in the favor of the red team. But they would have to stay in A for quite some time, and I think that is what we're going to be seeing here. Grumbly rocking backwards and forwards. So potentially Massive to come in from the right here, Ali Mossa to come in from the left. And all they have to do is stop that cap. Ali Mossa pushing, double bounces, Massive and Grumbly. Neither of them finding the mark in the armor. Well, it's now almost 100 cap points to play. Ah, we're getting so close. The Blues actually in a bit of a bother here. They need to be super aware. I don't know if they're going to be... Oh, I don't know if they're ready for this. Because the push is coming. Vedator in danger. Grumbly needs to get stuck in. There's the stop on A. There's the stop on A by Ali Mossa. The Blues absolutely have to finish Massive. And the red team are going to be storming away. Grumbly doesn't connect. The Reds have done this to perfection. What beautiful timing, and Massive will take down Vedator as well. Look at that, Vedator is a dead man, surely. Oh, beautifully played by the red team. Just how holding there underneath the A cap, biding their time, getting the stop on A. Grumbly not aggressive enough, too far back. Made sense to begin with, but as soon as both of the enemy tanks came across the hill, he needed to get stuck in there. There's no point protecting your hit point pool if your teammate's hit point pool is in danger in that kind of situation. And Ali Mossa and Massive. Beautiful timing. Absolutely stunning. And it really hammers home the point that you've got to pay attention. Even if you're in the lead, you've got to pay attention to the caps, to the cap control. And we're tied up 1-for-1 now. And that was... Oof. I like that. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed that. I like intelligent gameplay. And we've got second Lieutenant Nord Production here in the house. Great to see you, buddy. And Blue Monkey Gaming as well. Saying hello from New Jersey. So, great to see some of our favorites in the audience once more. We're ready. We're waiting for Grumbly and Vedator. The game hasn't crashed this time, which is favorable. And it seems like, yes, Mr. Turk also had login problems. Yes. There we go. Canada is also saying that 5.9 is buggy. You did. You told me. You told me. But we're all in. We're good to go. Desert Sands. One of my favorite Clan Wars maps, one of my favorite esports maps. There we go, getting comfy. We're good to go. Voila. Yes. Fantastic. Okay. Same tanks. No, Grumbly's in an IS-4. Both teams here barreling in for C. It's a pretty standard, pretty straightforward conflict here. No funny business. No sneaky like we saw in the last game. Ali Mossa and Grumbly neutral on C. Blues with a fractionally larger claim on it, but basically reset. Both teams equal. And how are they going to play this? Vedator doesn't quite connect with Massive. This is Brawl City. All to play for. Grumbly comes out worse from that one. Ali Mossa and Massive blocking. Vedator misses an easy shot. Grumbly in trouble. Connects with Ali Mossa. Vedator, Ali Mossa in trouble. Grumbly in trouble as well. Both of them down to around 1000 HP. Vedator shielding. Vedator needs to keep shielding. Bounced. Massive into Grumbly. Grumbly in a lot of trouble. Can't stay still there. Should have kept going. Oh dear, this is... Grumbly is an unhappy boy, and rightly so. Oh dear. Ali Mossa. Vedator in trouble. In a lot of trouble. Bounced again. Massive getting free reign. Vedator. The wrong part of a tank sandwich. Looking for that penetration on Ali Mossa, but even if he gets it, doesn't get it. Even if he gets it, he'll still be pinned by Massive, and it is Ali Mossa with the kill. And Vedator is not a happy boy. And there we go. And that was I mean, it was a double IS4 head-to-head in the city on Desert Sands. I mean, RNGesus smiling on the red team, smiting the blue team. But at the same time, there is an element of luck and an element of skill at play. And I think here, Massive and Ali Mossa, particularly on the last game, demonstrating really good teamwork and solid command of their vehicle. So kudos to those boys. They go through to the finals. We see Vedator and Grumbly going through. They'll be in the playoff for 3rd place. I'm sure we'll see them in that fixture later on. So it is now... Oh, team names need to be reset as well. Let me just see if I can't get those before they come up. And it is Original Kebabs versus Latuga. And I am guessing the Original Kebabs are the Imam and Cyber Ghost. And Latuga is Ghost Gunner and Lalo from North. Lalo from North. So it's US, the US clan versus Cyber Ghost from KLS and the Imam Ozm from TRA. I think that's the Turkish. Yes, it's Turkish something. It's Turkish something. We'll see. And then we'll have obviously the playoff for 3rd place, and then the grand finals. And Martin Prince, good evening to you, fellow sir. The day does find me well. The evening with you guys finds me even better. So, what a joy to be here, streaming some more 2 versus 2 Elite League tournament action. Lovely stuff indeed. And we're all ready to go. Random map. E5 IS4 versus E5 IS4. Oh, the joy of variety. We're stepping out of the double IS4 meta into a what seems to be quite an interesting combo. One that I can see working quite effectively, though. These tanks quite complementary. And we're on to Dead Rail. Beautiful stuff. And let's see how we go here. Ghost Gunner 11. Lalo. Say Lalo. From North. Red team, South Spawn. Versus Cyber Ghost and the Imam. Now Cyber Ghost, an old hand when it comes to the 2 versus 2 Elite League. Their blue team, North Spawn, and they are the original kebabs. I'm guessing. No confirmation. I'm guessing they're the original kebabs. But anyway, Blues rapidly capping out A. Good advantage to them early on in terms of cap pressure. Ghost Gunner getting into B. Lalo looking for the Blues pushing out from here, but they're actually pushing out from the kind of the lower flank. The Blues taking that middle ramp up onto the ridge line. Lalo and Cyber both spotted. It is the Imam and Ghost Gunner unspotted. It's worth noting that Ghost Gunner, I believe he's one of the winners from a previous season. Exceptionally proficient in the 2 versus 2 format. He has, well, certainly we've seen him play very well. So it is no surprise to see him slipping once more into the semi-finals. This time in the 6th season. Blues with a slight cap lead. Nice positioning here. Nice spooky camouflage on the Imam. And it is the tectonic camouflage on Cyber. Across the table, it's the rebel camouflage on Lalo. And one of the blue professional camouflages on Ghost Gunner. Now, Lalo. He's got a very important role to play. And if push comes to rush, he will probably be the first gun to go down. That would be my bet. He's quite a ways separated from Ghost Gunner and is closest to the blue team. The Imam and Cyber trying to keep an eye on Lalo. Don't really know where Ghost Gunner is. Of course, Lalo and Ghost Gunner do have the knowledge of where the blue team are. I wonder if Ghost Gunner would be able to sneak off to his right, down to the left flank of the Blues, push in through the valley area, kind of in the blue half of the map, and come in behind the blue team on this kind of entryway to the ridgeline that splits the map down the middle. It's a very tall order. I don't know if he could do it and stay unspotted for long enough, and if he did get spotted up, obviously that would open up the Blues for a nice solid push onto Lalo in the T110E5 Rebel. Lalo, though, he is taking the fight to the enemy. Now there is but a single ridgeline between them, and Ghost Gunner's in close support. The Reds meeting the Blues head on. The Blues can play more passively, more defensively. This puts the pressure on delivery and skilled performance on the red team. Lalo fires. He's on the reload. Ghost Gunner covering. Lalo looking to get round. He's still spotted. It'll be Cyber keeping an eye on Lalo. Ghost Gunner coming round as well. The Imam looking to put pressure in over the top. Lalo keeping... And this is very, very tactical tanking here, because both teams have to try and keep awareness of what the other team is doing whilst trying to slip an edge past them. And it's easier said than done. And the terrain here really favors the Imam and Cyber Ghost. They've got a nice little, almost a mini sloped plateau to play off of. This super passive, super defensive gameplay. Really no room for mistakes here. Ghost Gunner looking for shots, and that is a bounce on the cupola of the Imam. The cupola, not sure. But that is... Whew, that is tight. And Lalo... No, the Imam fires, doesn't connect with Lalo. Lalo's got one in the chamber. Ghost Gunner also loaded, but he doesn't really have a good angle of approach. He would have to take one to come over that ridge line. Of course, if Ghost Gunner drops down here, Cyber and the Imam falling back. Nice communication, coordination, nice movement by the Blues. Cap points ticking over in favor of the blue team. Again, though, we're in a scenario where the Blues are nowhere near the red cap. The Reds just have to hold on. And if they come in the last 20 seconds... Oh, and that's the first bit of damage either side. Ghost Gunner pushing in. Ghost Gunner in trouble. And now, yes, Lalo stopping the cap. Cyber Ghost in trouble. Lalo just needs to stay in that cap. He needs to stay. Is he heads? Is he heads on? Is he thinking? Cyber's bleeding HP. Lalo's over. Oh, if he just stayed in the cap. If he just stayed in the cap, the Reds would be winning. Now they are really relying on taking down Cyber Ghost. Lalo does it though! And now it is 2-on-1. But Ghost Gunner is low. Lalo could have done that from the comfort of the A cap. Cyber is painfully low. The Imam is also very low. He's in the E5. He takes another hit. He's got one in the chamber for Ghost. He bounces. And Ghost Gunner has one in the chamber for him. And that is good night, the Imam. Good morning, Ghost Gunner. And that is 1-0 to Lalo and Ghost Gunner. Beautifully played there. Another game where the team with the cap lead kind of got forced into a position where they were defending too close to their cap. And I think we're seeing a new potential Metro strategy here, because basically that means that then if you time it right as the team that's on the back foot, if you get near your opponent's cap, you can then force a late game cap stop and let your cap points tick over past theirs. And as long as you can hold on and not die, don't really care about getting destroyed or wiped out or whatnot. But now we're into Faust and Specialists. Says play 2 Leopards in the final if you're a man. And he's damn right. Takes a lot of kahunas to play a Leopard 1 in this format. So let's just see. We're in Ghost Gunner and Lalo. Same tanks from either team. Same drivers in each tank as well. Ghost into C. Lalo pushing up and over, looking for some nice spots here across the table. Imam into D, slower. Cyber Ghost also into D, and that's a nice HE reset into the Imam. Not sure who managed to connect. Probably Lalo. Ghost Gunner doesn't really... Oh no, he does have shots. And now the red team with the cap lead. Cyber and the Imam. Really well on a back foot here, but there's 4 caps. There's lots of space on the map. There's lots of room for shenanigans. But fortune will favor the team that sticks together in the 2 versus 2 format. Lalo going up the ramp. Ghost Gunner looking to control the middle. Lalo takes a good hit from the Imam, isn't able to return. Ghost Gunner looking to get a flank on the Imam. Lalo takes a second hit. Ghost Gunner pushing onto the Imam. Lalo will join him, and then it'll be Cyber Ghost to come up the rear. And now the Imam is in trouble, gets another shot in. Ghost Gunner to shield his teammate versus the Imam, but that's a good hit from Cyber Ghost. Looks like an HE roll into the back of Lalo. And what we're potentially going to see here is the Imam doesn't get a shot in, but Ghost Gunner. And now it is head-to-head Ghost Gunner versus Cyber Ghost. The battle of the ghosties. And it is Cyber Ghost with a good hit into Ghost Gunner. Ghost Gunner doesn't really have any angles of fire to return. Cyber Ghost using the smoking wreck of Lalo for cover. Lalo potentially not aggressive enough there, pushing on the Imam. Let Cyber Ghost get in behind him. Just not aware enough. Cap lead still for the red team. I mean, they're about 3 points ahead. It's almost nothing. in the grand scheme of things, but it would be enough for a win. Ghost Gunner now, both IS4s using the destroyed wrecks of their opponent's E5 for cover. Ghost Gunner looking for a shot potentially under the chassis. No, he doesn't have the angle there. Ghost Gunner can play passive, but he needs to make sure that Cyber Ghost doesn't slip away. And looks to be that's what Cyber Ghost is doing. He knows he won't play out of that angle. He'd have to come up the slope into the favor of Ghost Gunner. And actually, he's going to take the pressure. Oh, good lord. We're struggling. Controlling a free cam in an overhead environment. But we've managed. Actually, it's Cyber Ghost. We're playing on the blue cap. This favors Ghost Gunner because he could drop down at any minute and stop the decap. He's actually, Ghost Gunner is in a lovely position here. And it would be foolish of him to give up this place because he can drop down, he can break through these barriers here. Drop down onto the decap and put extra cap pressure on the clock. He doesn't need it for the time being, but maybe he will. Cyber Ghost driving into a crate. And are we going to see some reverse side scraping here? I think we are. Ghost Gunner fires, doesn't connect. Maybe that was an itchy trigger finger, but he's pulled back. He'll have one in the chamber. Cyber Ghost pushing up. Ghost Gunner falling back. Cyber Ghost looking for the shot. Should get it. No. Looking to go under the E5. The E5 chassis is just in the way. Cap points. Lots of cap points to play with. Oh, it's a good hit by Ghost Gunner. Does take one in return. We're now on the head-to-head, the classic IS4 face-to-face brawl. Ghost Gunner connecting. Cyber Ghost connecting with AP though, leading him by a one-shot advantage. Ghost Gunner has got a lot of work, a lot of ground to cover. He's using heat. Cyber Ghost also using heat in that particular exchange. Cyber still leading by about 400 HP. That is a good roll on the RNG in terms of shots. Can Ghost... Oh! Cyber picks up a bounce. Ghost Gunner eats one in through the side of the turret. Both tanks moving backwards and forwards. And that's another bounce for Ghost. And Cyber nails his quarry down to the ground. Blues tying it up with the Reds 1 for 1. Whew. Exciting stuff indeed. And we're just... Whew. 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 And look at that. Lalo really not pulling his weight in that one. Ghost Gunner doing his all. But in the end, Cyber Ghost just pinching him. Just pipping him on the brawl, sorry. There, a couple of key bounces for Cyber. Ghost Gunner and Cyber Ghost, of course, being both very experienced 2 versus 2 combatants. So now we're in 1-for-1 tiebreaker to go into the grand finals of the 2 versus 2 Elite League 6th season, 6th edition. The loser of this match playing Grumbly and Vedator in the playoff 3rd place. Tough stuff. Tough stuff indeed. And we're, ooh, Naval Frontier. And both teams switching to a double IS4. That is kind. The IS4 getting some love once more in the 2 versus 2. Go to our super fast free cam, middle of the map. And it is the Imam and Cyber blue team. Lost the first round, won the second. Cyber looks like he's going to the sniping bush. The Imam potentially taking a route 3 run to C. The red team doubling down on the A cap. Now the blues potentially could get a double cap on the go. But no, they're not. Cyber and the Imam both focusing on C. Ghost Gunner and Lalo pushing up to A cautiously. Blues with an early cap lead. And the Blues will have about a 10 to 15 point cap advantage by the time the Reds have nailed their cap down to the ground. Maybe even a 20 point cap advantage. Yes, 25 point cap advantage. Sorry, my poor calculations coming into effect. Cyber Ghost Gunner spotted, actually. Really interesting that he wasn't able to get a spot off in return. Blues with the advantage. Reds with a more kind of commanding, well, at least a more kind of tactile position on B. Cyber Ghost and the Imam. Not sure I like their positioning here. They're kind of tunneling the same lane. If Lalo can push up and over. But then again, the Reds are separated by this little ditch here in front of Ghost Gunner. Obviously, Ghost can move in to support Lalo, but it's not a rapid fire sure thing. The Imam and Cyber with the edge for the time being. The options for the red team: control B or engage the Blues. They won't be able to get to the C cap without going through the Blues. The Blues have actually taken a nice position here, taking the fight to the Reds. And maybe the Blues are going to look to cap off B, but no, they're going to focus Lalo. Lalo doesn't know it's coming. He's getting out of dodge. Ghost Gunner is similarly not in a position. Well, Ghost Gunner and Lalo both making the move, both rotating. But of course, at the same time, the Imam and Cyber are hot on their heels. Both teams losing proximity awareness. There's the spot. The Imam and Lalo spotted up. Ghost Gunner unknown. Lalo, will he spot Cyber? The Imam's dropping back. He doesn't know where Ghost Gunner is. But actually, the Imam now feeling pretty safe to go for B. That's going to ramp up the cap pressure on the Reds. And I think Ghost Gunner and Lalo are in trouble here. Unless they can make a move for C. Because the Blues cap lead is about to go, well, sky high. Let's get up here in our little castle. We'll pretend we're Jon Snow on the wall. Look at that. Cyber and the Imam. B and C. Lalo and Ghost Gunner in between B and C, but really not sure how to play it. They've got A. A is somewhat... well, it's a bit of a trek for the blue team. Ghost Gunner into an elevated position. We'll get some spots. Spots the Imam. Cyber looking for the connection. Ghost Gunner coming down. Gets a shot into the Imam. The Imam is 2 shots down. Red team with the advantage. Ghost Gunner takes another hit. We'll take one more. Ghost Gunner in trouble. Lalo looking for a shot. Bounces. Blues in the ascendancy here. Ghost Gunner in so much trouble. Lalo trying to stop B. Lalo potentially getting B, but I think Ghost Gunner is going down. The Imam will back off. Cyber Ghost will put pressure on Lalo. And the Reds have really misplayed this one, or have they? Because now we see Lalo versus Cyber. Cyber 1 versus 1. Ghost Gunner, can he 1 versus 1 Lalo? This is the question. And that's a nice hit. Blues with the lead. They will win if everything stays as is. The only option for Lalo is to take Cyber down. But he has 45. He can't do it. He can't do it. The Blues have won this one. The IS-4, Lalo doesn't have the DPM to do it. And he's getting outplayed by Cyber Ghost. And it will be Cyber Ghost and the Imam going through another bounce. Cyber Ghost working the angles of that IS-4 to perfection. And that is the Blues taking home the tiebreaker match. And they will go into the grand finals of the 6th Season 2 vs 2 Elite League tournament. Very well played by Ghost Gunner and Lalo. Just kind of wrong priorities for them in terms of trying to control the cap rather than the hit points. They should have doubled down on taking down the enemy tanks, rotating their own hit point pools to keep their DPM as high as possible, keep both tanks in the game for longer, and they might have been able to squeeze a win out of that one. But now we're in. It's going to be Grumbly and Vedator versus Ghost Gunner and Lalo playing off 3rd place. Whew. Whew. And Diddy Sally Didda saying it's tough to beat Cyber 1 versus 1 in an IS4. And it's true, there are some players which are just unbelievably skilled in particular tanks, particularly in head-to-head situations. And it seems like Cyber in the IS4 is one of those. So it is, we're just waiting for Vedator now. Actually, Vedator's on the wrong team. And we'll wait for these guys to sort it all out. While we wait, I'll take this opportunity to promote some upcoming content. Of course, as you're all no doubt aware, the qualifiers to the Professionals tournament, this thing here, this is going to be starting. There's 18 hours left to register. Now, the qualifiers are being held on, well, this weekend, the 30th and the 31st of March. Basically, pretty simple stuff. It's in 2 stages. The the 30th of March, basically a maximum of 256 teams can register. There'll be 8 teams per group. Battles will be fought in the best of 3 format. The top 2 teams from each group via single elimination will advance to the 2nd stage, and we're in Ghost Gunner and Lalo versus Grumbly and Vedator. Better focus on that and try and promote the Wargaming tournament at the end of the stream. So, Ghost Gunner and Lalo, red team North Spawn, Vedator and Grumbly blue team South Spawn on Faust, Ghost Gunner E50M, Lalo 263, Ghost Gunner in the E50M will have a very important role to play here, because he can dance around those IS4s, getting the caps ticking over, but the IS4s quickly into D. And are they going to make their way now to B? I think they are. Ghost Gunner and Lalo. They've got some really good gun handling, some really great penetration and DPM mechanics in their favor, plus some solid armor profiles. But when it comes down to the brawl, the IS4s potentially have the edge. It depends how well Lalo can play the 263, because the 263 is an absolute unit of a vehicle, if we're being honest. And Lalo and Ghost Gunner now, they're hauling ass back across to C. Blue team with the cap lead, Grumbly and Vedator with B and D. And it looks like actually, well, I'm not really sure. Lalo and Ghost Gunner, Vedator takes a hit. Ghost Gunner playing sneaky from the ridge. He'll get one into Grumbly potentially. Or does he not have the gun depression? It looks like he doesn't. Yes, he does! The Blues bleeding hit points. The 263 playing loosey-goosey in the backfield, looking for shots. No. Playing passive. Ghost Gunner in the E50M, working that position beautifully, if we do say so. Lalo will cover Ghost Gunner, and that's another good connection. And it'll be another good connection as well. Oh, Lalo fluffs it. Oh, that was a wasted opportunity. Lalo dropping the adrenaline. Ghost Gunner shielding Lalo. This is the issue with the turretless TD. It's hard to get those fire angles working. Now Grumbly and Vedator will bleed hit points to the E50M. And Lalo will come in and drop the hammer. Now Ghost Gunner needs to push into Grumbly. He should be able to finish off Grumbly here. He doesn't quite manage it. Vedator looking for Lalo. Lalo going for Grumbly. And actually, that is very well played by the red team. And Vedator bounces aside of Lalo. Ghost Gunner will get another shot in. Lalo pinned. Will get a shot in. Doesn't. But now it's a very unhealthy Vedator versus a very mobile, very healthy Ghost Gunner. Gets a track shot. Takes one in return. Vedator won't be able to bounce this one, surely. Oh, tries to sneak past the corpse of his teammate. Not quite quick enough. And that was a very, well, Ghost Gunner in the E50M there, man of the match. huge damage numbers on the board, using that very tough, small profile turret of the E50M back and forth over that little wall on the ramp up above the cap. And that was, well, you can't argue with those results if we're being honest. So, let's see here. Now it's Lalo and Ghost Gunner. Double E50M potentially, that would be amusing. Vedator in the E5, Grumbly going to an E4. And that's okay. Double E50Ms. The E50Ms getting, even in the 4 versus 4 format, and especially in the 2 versus 2 format, getting a lot of love in these intimate, reduced numbers tournaments. It's just a great all-rounder, and I think when the lower numbers are on the field, actually having the speed advantage and the gun handling is a real asset. And Ghost Gunner and Lalo will be looking to close this one off, going 2-0, sealing the deal, taking 3rd place in the 6th season of the 2 versus 2 Elite League tournament. Ghost and Lalo, well, Ghost Gunner and Lalo, making their way to see their heavy opponents, Grumbly in the 100. Nice tank, one of my favorite tier 10s. Grumbly and Vedator. Vedator in the 5. They're going to cap off A again, though. Well, not again. This time on the back foot in terms of cap points. Now, the E50Ms have them on mobility, and actually Grumbly and Vedator, this open field area, this really suits the view range of the E50M. And the E50Ms, if they play it right, can spot up the heavies, engage from soft cover, and not take much fire in return. The heavies, rightly so, making their way into the city area towards the B cap. Grumbly will take some hits now on the crossing. No, it's a bounce. It's another bounce. There's another bounce. Grumbly bounces too. Lalo sends a blue shell from Grumbly ricocheting off into the sky. Vedator getting the B cap. Blues to re-establish the cap lead. And that is a good connection from Ghost Gunner into the lower chassis of Grumbly. Grumbly now, well, he's still got a lot of hit points to play with. But not surprisingly, interestingly, the double heavies actually don't lead the E50Ms by that much hit points. I think the E50Ms are running the hit point boost rather than the armor value boost. And we're seeing the Lalo and Ghost Gunner flexing back through the C cap, looking to engage from a new angle. Grumbly and Vedator pulling down from B. They need to be careful not to get too far back into the open area. That terrain doesn't suit them. They need hard cover up close. Grumbly gets spotted up by Ghost. And Ghost Gunner here advancing very cautiously. Lalo advancing as well. Both of them kind of pushing down on separate flanks. Ghost Gunner moving, hustling. Reds with the lead, match point for them. They win this one. They win the best of 3. Blues in the pressure situation. Grumbly is still getting spotted up. Lalo advancing from the blue team's left flank. Ghost Gunner keeping them busy. Lalo sneaking into B. Nice move. Danger though. Danger, danger, danger. Grumbly will take a hit from Ghost Gunner. And now another one from Lalo. Oh, it's a track shot. Grumbly in trouble. Grumbly, the E100 in a lot of trouble. The DPM, the E50Ms, they smell blood in the water. And that E100 is going down. Oh dear, it's another bounce. RN Jesus. Whatever Grumbly did or said to him. It was, oh dear, now Vedator. Oh, Vedator missed the shot on Ghost Gunner. And, well, Ghost and Lalo will burn the E5 down to the ground to take 3rd place. Ghost Gunner with the kill shot. Very nice performance by Ghost and Lalo. I mean, I don't know how it's unfair, but okay. I was destroyed by not applicable. Very apt. So Ghost Gunner and Lalo locking in 3rd place quite convincingly. Commiserations to Venator and Grumbly. Obviously well done to beat the Honor and General to make it to this advanced stage of the tournament, but falling down at the last hurdles. We're now going to be going up into the grand final, which will be a best of 5. We're going to see Cyber Ghost and the Imam, the original Kebabs, versus forgotten who's playing. Check. Versus Massive and Ali Mossa, which is ready to win. So ready to win, Massive and Ali Mossa versus the original Kebabs, Cyber Ghost, and the Imam OSM. So all to play for. Still the champion of the 6th season to be decided. Whew. Lovely jubbly. So anyway, as I was saying before we were interrupted, tournaments, qualifiers for the professionals tournament. Saturday, it is groups of 8, best of 3, single eliminations, top 2 teams advance to the 2nd stage. 2nd stage is on the Sunday, March 31st. It's going to be double elimination, 8 teams per group, best of 3. So that will be interesting to see. Double elimination format, a little bit more forgiving than the single elimination format, best of 3. Still a tough break at the competitive level. And the top place from each group will go through to the professionals tournament. The professionals tournament, of course, being a double round robin. Lots of games all throughout April, and the top prize for that is $3,000 per team, which is pretty cool. I think it's $3,000 for the winning team, $2,000 for 2nd place, and $1,250 for 3rd place. So that's pretty cool for an online tournament. That's pretty damn cool. So if you're not registered for the qualifiers to get into the professionals tournament, please do. There's 90 teams registered at the moment, and there's over 500 teams registered in the creation process. We don't think it'll fill up, but obviously you don't want to take your chance. You do want to register to participate. Win some good stuff. And now going back to the room, Ali Mossa and Massive, just waiting for them to ready up. Worth noting, Ali Mossa and Massive on the PC, the Imam and Cyber. Well, the Imam's on PC, Cyber Ghost playing from touch. So kudos to you, my friends. So getting ready, everyone's ready. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, back onto Naval Frontier. Ali Mossa, Massive, Red Team, North Spawn, the Imam, Cyber Ghost, Blue Team, South Spawn, both teams, double IS4. Hello IS4 Meter, once again, my... how we missed you. And I'm just reading Grumbly on the chat. He hates the 2 versus 2 format. My condolences, friend. I know it's not very forgiving, but we're all playing, well, you guys are playing the same game. So do take that to heart. Look at that. Little boat over there. Anyway, and a plane there. Massive and Ali Mossa making their way round to A. The Imam and Cyber going to see who will get there first. Blues to get the cap lead. Quite confidently pushing into the C cap. The Reds cautiously entering into A. They will have a disadvantage of about 25 to 30 cap points. Or no, 20 cap points. Cyber and Imam capping together got C capped pretty rapidly. Now the question is, how do they recover from this? And there's a lot. It's a bit of a tough map actually, 2 versus 2. The B cap, it's a bit of a trap. Trying to play around there will descend into a brawl very quickly, so you've got to be very confident in your team's ability to beat the opponent on damage. And we know that CyberGhost is a monster player in the IS4. The Imam, not so sure about him. He's got another spooky camouflage there. Oh, Grumbly's in hospital. Oh, my condolences. Hope you're doing okay, mate. CyberGhost. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. It's distracting, I know. CyberGhost and the Imam capping B, forcing Massive and Ali Mossa to come back round, meet them in the B area, and this is what we're saying. This is the trap. This is the brawl. And split fire by the blue team. CyberGhost and the Imam picking different targets. Hit points slightly in the favor of the red team. But Massive in trouble. Cyber getting round, getting the side shot. And now Massive looking low. The Imam got some very key bounces in there. Massive will be going down in very short order. And the Blues have the edge here in cap points, hit points, and position. The Imam takes down Massive. And now it is Ali Mossa. 1 versus 2. Noting one of those players is CyberGhost. He is in all sorts of trouble. Cyber just, I mean, it's not even wiggling and jiggling. He's just, look at that, using the slope, trying to get a bit of an angle to come in down on top of Ali Mossa. The Imam goes in through the front, gets another bounce. The Imam is picking up lots of bounces in this game. Ali Mossa will be going down. The Imam has one in the chamber. CyberGhost connects this, well, takes a shot from Ali Mossa. And that's great shot by the Imam. CyberGhost pulling Ali Mossa around. The Blues have this one in the bag. Who will get the kill shot? The Imam. No, he doesn't quite manage it. CyberGhost to shut the door on round 1. CyberGhost and the Imam leading the scoreboard 1-0. Best of 5. First team to 3 wins it. And I mean, damage pretty neck and neck here, but look at the bounces for the Imam. I mean, some tracks, some shots about damage. Really well played there. CyberGhost, no damage really put in onto him. Ali Mossa, and well, Massive getting no bounces at all. Absolutely devastating. And we're ready. Ooh, Ali Mossa are Massive. Just throwing the IS4 playbook out of the window. Forget it. IS4s. What's an IS4? We don't need no IS4. We're taking double mouse with a cat camouflage on it, which is hideous. But at the same time, they're not IS4s, so well done to them for not taking IS4s. Oh, interesting. Interesting. There we go. Okay, free cam is being quite interesting. Ali Mossa, Massive. Like an 800 hit point advantage over the blue team just because they've taken 2 massive pie-eating mouse tanks. Massive with the HP boost, Ali Mossa with the armor boost. The Imam and Cyber going into C. They'll get an early cap lead. Ali will go into B. Massive looking for a shot. Look at this. Lining up the perfect shot. Flexing away from that position. Red team about 40 points behind their opponents, the blue team. And now the Imam and CyberGhost relatively trapped here. Actually, let's see what camouflages these guys are rocking. Tectonic from Cyber. Spooky from the Imam. Did we expect anything different? Ali Mossa and Ali Moser and Massive both spotted. No damage taken from either player. The Imam reloading. Trying to push in. The Blues don't need to push, but actually, if they left it till the last minute and let the Mouses push on them, we would see that kind of that flip of the cap pressure, and I'm sure that they wouldn't be able to burn down a Mouse very easily. But that's the first bit of damage in. CyberGhost connects on Ali Moser. The Imam should get another one in, and he does. Ali Moser into the back. No damage done. The Mouse tanks looking to engage CyberGhost, but the Imam's pulling past, and Ali Moser is bleeding hit points. And they started with such an advantage here, the Reds. And that's a lot of ram damage. That's an awful lot of ram damage. Oh, and that's a crucial bounce, and CyberGhost to go in through. No! Ali Moser picking up all of the bounce. More ram damage. Massive bounces. Ali Moser takes a hit. And now, oh, the Reds almost had that one. And now Massive, can CyberGhost outplay the Mouse? And I think the answer to that question is yes. Massive really struggling here. Turret not rotating. Should be able to get like a nice little round through there. Look at that. Beautiful play by Massive. Great angling. Not great enough though. CyberGhost playing on touch. The only touch player in the room. Finding the weak spot. Massive on the reload. Looking for the weak spot on the IS-4, but he won't find it. He does find it with HE, but oh, the IS-4 with those heat rounds. He really has the Mouse here dead to rights. Or does he? Did I speak too soon? Massive pulling back, looking to go in. Bit of ram damage, blind fire over the top. It's a snapshot, it doesn't connect. Massive moving everything. And Cyber times the shot perfectly. No more ram damage. A little bit of ram damage on Massive. How did that happen? More damage coming in. Massive is a 2-shot potentially. And he's let Cyber get past him. Cyber's got a flank shot. Oh, he's down to 3 hit points. Massive looking for the shot. Doesn't get it. Cyber in through the front, and we're tied up now. Are we tied up, or is that 1 for 1? 2 for 1 even. Cyber with the damage, all of the damage. No, it's 0-2. Sorry, we're not tied up at all. It's the Imam and Cyber on match point. They win this one, clean sheet victory. That would be a one and done scenario. Ali Moser and Massive all to play for, needing to win 3 games back-to-back against the so far dominant CyberGhost and Imam. It's on. It is game on. And we're just now waiting what's happening in the chat. CyberGhost is OP. Ali Moser also playing well, but the Mouse tanks really, they let them, the Imam in the T110 E5 just survive a little bit too long, and we're on to Falls Creek. Ali Moser and Massive into the double Mouse format. Oof. Bit of smack talk, bit of friendly smack talk between the teams. Ali Moser and Massive, double Mouse, red team, no spawn, barreling their way into C. CyberGhost IS-4 moving slowly across to the medium flank. The Imam quickly into a spooky camouflage again. Did he buy the spooky camouflage for every tank? I think maybe he did. And he will have a cap lead on a CyberGhost. Passive in the city area. Massive and Alimosa behind on cap points. In a bit of a bind here because they won't really be able to push out into B, and now the pressure is on them to make the move again. But this map really doesn't have a lot of options for them because the terrain is undulating. There's a lot of soft terrain, that with kind of the river creek beds here throughout the map. And it will be very difficult for them to push with confidence towards A and B without taking flank shots, for example, from the Imam. The Imam using a nice spot here with soft camouflage, soft cover. He'll get some spots out, and look at that. Those are the spots we're talking about. Massive and Alimosa lit up. The Imam's also spotted, but he gets a nice little plinky shot into Alimosa. I mean, that's a APCR round. Looks like it barely did anything. Scratched the paint off the mouse, but actually that was over 200 HP, which is not insignificant at all. It's just the fact that the mouse's hit point pool is so deep. An HE round bounces off the cupola of the M48 pattern, and he actually gets one in return in through the cheek of Massive. But this has kind of bought Alimosa some time here. He's gone into B. CyberGhost having none of that though, having absolutely none of it at all, will be laying into Alimosa. And that is the performance we've come to expect from CyberGhost in the IS4. He takes a bounce from Massive. Alimosa in trouble, double tapped. No damage on the table. Well, apart from that, but there was no damage on the table for the blue team. Now Cyber, he's got a wonderful side angle here. Alimosa trying to deal with the IS4 will leave himself open to the M48. The M48 misses wildly. Cyber, max roll in through the cheek. Massive now looking to put the pressure, but the Imam takes down Alimosa, and now it is Massive, last man standing. And I think the Blues, the Imam and CyberGhost, will be winning this one 3-0. A nice clean sheet victory in the grand finals of the 6th season of the Elite League 2 vs 2 tournament. Wonderful. And I think that was Imam going in there. And Massive looking to get a shot into the Imam. Going down, swinging. But he's got big fish to fry here in the form of CyberGhost. CyberGhost looking for those angles. Really, really... not quite able to get over that ridge. The cap points going in the favor of the red team. If the Reds can hold on, Massive pushes out too aggressively. Cyber looking for the lower plate. Goes in through the cheek instead. It's another bounce. The Imam stopping. I mean, if Massive is able to survive and take down the Imam, it's possible, but it's unlikely. The Imam running. He knows he needs to stay alive. Cyber just chipping away. This one is the kill shot. Game over. GG. Well played, CyberGhost. Whew. That was good. That was really good. Look at that. CyberGhost just, you know, raising a little flag that says, I am really good in the IS4. Very well played. Very impressive performance. Reliable penetrations. Only player on touch. Easily going through the mouse every time. Pretty much there. I mean, 12 shots, 12 hits. Only 2 didn't go through. And that is in like 2 vs 2 head-to-head versus competent players. That is a very good track record. I mean, to put it in perspective, the M48 pattern with a better gun, you know, 1 less hit, 3 penetrations, mouse tanks. I mean, Alimosa only fired 3, 2 for 2, and Massive 8, 7, 5. But really, very well played by CyberGhost and the Imam. Worthy winners, Alimosa and Massive taking 2nd place. And it is Ghost Gunner and his teammates. My brain's gone to mush. Let's see. Ghost Gunner and Lalo from North taking 3rd place and bringing up the back of the pack of the top 4, to be fair. So still coming quite high in the overall rankings of the season. It's Grumbly and Grumbly and Vedator coming in 4th place. So GG to all. that will be the last. I said this in the 5th edition of the 2 vs 2 Elite League tournament. I said this will be the last one for a while. And Mr. Turk still managed. I mean, he still managed. I love doing these. But he still managed to bring me in board for one more. So it was good. It was good to see those replays. At the same time, we'll take the opportunity to move the camera over there. There we go. We'll take this opportunity to basically, yes, promote. I am going to be streaming the qualifying tournament for the professional, well, the qualifying series this weekend for the professionals tournament, and I will also be covering all of the EU professional tournament games, which is very exciting. That's coming up very, very soon. So same as what we did for Twister, lots and lots of streams, lots and lots of World of Tanks Blitz tournaments, esports, Clan Wars action for you guys to get your teeth stuck into. And we'll also be doing some North America coverage. And I'm contemplating whether to do some Asia coverage as well, but I don't want to stretch myself too thin. So we'll have to see. But basically, the month of April is going to be absolutely fantastic. So hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am. Anyways, it's 9:30 in the evening. I need to go have some dinner once more. Great to be on stream with you guys once more. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend for some proper or official World of Tanks Blitz esports action. Rolling Swarm signing off for now. See you guys. Ciao.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know